Hello, hello, hello. I am so thankful that you guys are here, that you chose, out of a billion things that are going on in your life, you chose to get a little training for your home business. Thank you very much for being here and devoting time to becoming a better entrepreneur. I uh, I want to talk about leaders today. I want to talk about your upline. I want to talk about people who invited you to a business. I want to talk about people who are responsible for you. So, if you are one of those people that were invited to a wonderful business opportunity, that were invited to a wonderful blessing that is going to change your life, and then so you were handed this awesome, wonderful thing, whatever business it is you were handed, and now you're all excited, you're all fired up, you have all this awesomeness in your hands, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a room empty. There's no support, there's nobody holding your hand, there's nobody walking with you, your leaders left you all alone, and you're just like out there all by yourself. Um, I want to comfort you today. Um, I see this problem over and over and over again, and I want to address this issue. I want to address this problem for you to understand what's going on with this problem. What is the issue and who's responsible for what? Um, if you're like I said, many of the people out there who are complaining, who are whining and doing all kinds of upset things, that they were just left with this wonderful opportunity in their hands and nobody to support and help them and hold their hand through the whole process. So if you're one of them, you are in the right place, because this is the place to whine and complain about it. um, here's the thing. Uh, when you want to open up any type of business, you are a grown up person. You have decided to make a wonderful step into a direction that is going to change your life. It's going to change life of your kids. It's going to change life of your grandkids, of your mother, daughter, whoever it is that you want to change. So you were handed, let's call it a box of treasure box, right? So now you have to open the treasure box, go through your treasure, and decide what it is that you want to do with that treasure. Um, so you have leaders in the company who invited you and just left you for the dead. Like there's desert, nothing out there, and you're just laying on the floor with this wonderful opportunity and nobody holding your hand. What is wrong with that picture? There are two things that are wrong with that picture. Number one is the assumption that somebody owes you something. That is the biggest problem that I find among a lot of people out there. So these are all grown up people who have been handed this wonderful opportunity. And now what they're saying is, I don't want to do anything. I'm not going to spend any time developing myself. I'm not going to go forward towards my dream. I'm not going to, we have a saying in Russia, um, touch finger of a finger, meaning I'm not even going to do this. Okay? I'm just going to do this, and the heavens will open up, and the blessing and the money and all kinds of things are going to shower down upon me. That is the wrongest idea of home based businesses. It's The internet has been saturated with liars, with fraud, with scam, and you have heard it for quite some time, and you have made yourself believe into these fairy tales. And now you sit there and you expect that people owe you something. That is issue number one. Issue number two is you have been presented with something awesome and you are unwilling. You don't want to do anything with it. You just want the benefit of it. And that's the problem number two. So if you're whining and complaining about your upline, if you're whining and complaining about your leaders, if you're whining and complaining about people who invited you and are not doing absolutely nothing for you, I want to comfort you. They don't have to, okay? They're not paid to do that. Basically, somebody's walking down the road. They saw you on the side of the road, are beaten up, robbed, and all that stuff, and they said, hey, if you want, I'm going to give you this wonderful opportunity. I'm going to present to you what awesome thing that you can do, and then you're going to flourish, and then you're going to bloom, and then you're going to become this wonderful, awesome person with this wonderful, awesome opportunity. So you grab the chest with all this treasure, and then this person like leaves you for dead. Okay. What is the problem with that picture? Is you're you're wanting to open up a coffee shop, you're wanting to open up a department store, you're wanting to open up a restaurant, you're wanting to open up a shoe store, okay? So what you're doing is somebody gave you the idea of, hey, if you open up a restaurant, you're going to make money. If you open up a shoe store, if you do blah, 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 blah. So somebody gave you a wonderful idea, or you somehow researched a wonderful idea that is going to bring you some kind of wonderful things in life. So you get all these wonderful things, and in your brain, right? You have all this stuff, or maybe you paid for something, or maybe you signed up for something. Now you actually gonna have to go research, learn, find people who are going to build it for you, or find buildings that are going to rent it for you. You have to go out and do a lot of stuff. So when you sit on your butt and you complain and you whine and you're unhappy, nothing's gonna happen, okay? There are leaders who will absolutely do nothing for you, but there are leaders who will say, I know where all the keys are at, okay? But you're going to have to get off your butt and you're going to have to travel to get those keys. So if I tell you your key number 1 is in the library, go get it. If you're not going to go to the library and get the first key, you're never going to find out what's in the key, or you're not going to be able to use the key to open the first door. Then you find out that there's a second key, and the person goes, you need to go here and get the second key. And you're like, well, it's going to cost me money, so I'm not, blah, 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 blah. Okay, excuses, excuses, excuses. So the whole issue and the whole problem is you somehow were made to believe that somebody owes you something. Nobody owes you nothing. When you have mentors, when you have leaders that are in your upline, when you have people who are above you and these great, awesome people that can help you, they don't have to, okay? They don't owe it to you. They are not paid to do that, but there are people out there who will go out their way and do a lot of things for you. But then there's people who are like, that's not my job, and it is not their job. Yes. Okay, иди. Окей, окей. Иди в свою комнатку поиграй, я сейчас запишу видео, потом с тобой поговорю, окей? И потом я тебя включу. Thank you. Иди в свою комнатку, возьми этот трактор и поделай его. I'm sorry. One of the mom, duties is to attend to the kids. So you sit there and you have this belief that people owe you. Nobody owes you nothing. I have at least 5 good leaders that are above me that I can go to, that I can suck the living day out of them. I can be one of those leashes at least. I don't know what the thing is called. Like just be calling them all day long, asking them questions, asking them this, asking and making them help me. I can make it happen. But it's not their job to dial me. Oh, honey, would you like a pacifier? Would you like a bottle? Are you ready for a bottle? This is exactly what you're doing. You're thinking that your upline, your leader, is going to bottle feed you. That's not true, okay? That is kindergarten. That is daycare. That is not a big grown-up business world. Business world is, I've given you something wonderful. Now you need to get off your butt and do something about it. I hear all these complaints all the time. And the thing is, when people give you keys, when people suggest things for you, a lot of people don't do it. Okay? And that is the biggest problem I face daily. We have meetings every Sunday. We have meetings every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Guess how many people attended? Two, three, sometimes four, sometimes five. Okay. I have a baby who's 4 years old. I'm a single mom. I do have people to watch him, but I don't like to abuse people. Okay. There's a lot of people who like to abuse people. I'm one of those. It's my child. It's my responsibility, and I need to grow up and take the responsibility. So I drag my child everywhere I go. And usually I bring books for him. I even bring like a huge, you can ask my friends. I bring a huge inflated chair for him. I carry it out of the car, put it in the coffee shop or wherever it is we're going, give him a bunch of books, give him a bunch of toys. And his toys are like all over the coffee shop. And it's fine with me. People can deal with it. It's going to end soon. So I'm doing whatever it is I can to succeed, to go wherever it is I want to end up. Whereas a lot of people sitting on their bleachers and thinking, well, somebody's going to go and hold my hand. Somebody's going to go and do stuff for me. That's not the reality, okay? It's not a daycare where teachers tie your shoes, where teachers help you go to the bathroom and wipe your butt. This is not a daycare. You're not a baby. You're a grown, a wise, wonderful person that you need to get off your butt and you need to start doing things. So if I tell you go to the library and read these books, and if you don't read them, you're not going to be successful. If I tell you this program really helped me, it really opened up my eyes, it really helped me to develop myself, buy it. If you don't buy it, you're not going to be successful, okay? So success depends on not your leader, not your upline, not anybody around you. It depends on you. I have people who are around me that are sitting and complaining and doing absolutely nothing. And there are people around me who are saying, you know what? This is my business. I'm responsible. I'm the grown up here. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and I'm going to be on fire and I'm going to get everybody on fire and I'm going to do it. Okay? And I'm one of those people. Like I said, I have 5 or 6 upline over me that I can go to daily. But this is what I'm thinking at. If I'm going to depend on them and if I'm going to go to them and if I'm going to make them do stuff for me, they can. They totally can. They will do these things for me, but I will not learn anything. Therefore, if I have downline and they come to me and they'll be like, hey, I need help. I can't help them because I have been helped. I have been bottle fed all my business life, and therefore I cannot build a very good, strong downline. If you want to have a very strong, good downline, if you want to have people that are trustworthy, that are big leaders, that are awesome people downline, the only way you can build it is by being a wonderful, great leader. It doesn't matter what's going up there. Doesn't matter who is left you in the desert for the dead, okay? None of that matters because they don't determine your success. You determine your success. You are the only one who can decide what happens with your business. And that's what I did when I was presented with a lot of business opportunities. I am part of at least 7 different online businesses right now, but I'm not running some of them because what I did is I stepped back and I said, I can't run them until I understand how to run them, until I understand what it takes to run them, and until I understand how to talk to people, where to get these people, how to do this stuff. I can't be, I can't run a business. So I'm not sitting here crying myself to sleep how people are not holding my hand. I'm actually going out. I'm buying courses. I'm going to the libraries. I'm going to the second-hand bookstore. I'm going to the regular bookstore. I'm doing whatever it is it takes for me to build myself in order for me to be successful. So if you're wanting to be successful and if your leader is not breastfeeding you, bottle feeding you, giving you pacifier every 5 seconds of the day, it is not their responsibility. It's your business. You were given a treasure chest. Now you need to open up the treasure chest, figure out the parts that are in the treasure chest, put them together, and build an empire. Okay? So if you expect people to hold your hand, it's not going to happen. If you expect that the heavens are going to open up and you're going to have all these treasures and all the golds fall on your head, it's not going to happen. If you think that somebody's going to come to your house and be like, would you please come to the meeting with me? It's not going to happen, okay? You are the only one who is going to happen, and you're the only one who is going to make it happen. You are responsible for your success, for your failures, for all the awesomeness, all the badness, and everything that's happened in your life, okay? You are the only person that is responsible, and nobody owes you nothing, okay? Not your leader, not the person who invited you, not your neighbor, not your mom, not your dad, nobody. Success depends on what you're going to do about it. So I have friends who come to me and cry about how people think that they're bad leaders, and how people call them constantly and want them to hold their hand. And they actually asked me to do a video. They said, you need to do a video because you're a single mom, you're working 3 jobs, you're getting paid at one, and you're never complaining about things. We want you to do a video about this stuff to people who are complaining. So stop complaining, take the big boy girl pants, put them on, put a suit on, put a tie on, put a skirt on, whatever it takes, grow up, take the bottle out of your mouth, and become a leader yourself. So if you're thinking your leaders are bad, and if you know, in your brain, you already determined what they should be. So if you already determined what they should be, this is a beautiful goal plan for you, what you need to be in order to be this awesome, wonderful leader. Because leaders are created by doing a lot of hard work, by doing a lot of studying, developing themselves, and not being babies. So if you're complaining about your leaders and you believe there's somehow leaders owe you stuff and all that stuff, then you become that person and you build a wonderful empire and downline of your wonderful business that you were presented with. So once again, we have all kinds of meetings going on here in town. Excuse me. We have a lot of people who are not attending those calls, who are not attending those meetings, and they're the ones who are complaining. We have a lot of people who listening to my trainings and not doing what I'm presenting to them or what I'm suggesting to them. I had a bunch of girls that I pounded daily. I'm like, this challenge is starting. It's for free. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. How many girls do you think did it? One. Me. Okay? I was the only one who did it. So if you're out there and you're whining and complaining and you want things done for you, even if we do, even if we do put our life aside and go and do all this stuff for you, you will still be whining and complaining about something. So it has nothing to do with the leader. Okay, go play. So if you want a wonderful business that is going to develop wonderfully, я сейчас занята. Иди в свою комнатку и там играйся. Если ты будешь сидеть здесь, пожалуйста, будь тихо, потому что я разговариваю. So if you want a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, wonderful business, you're going to have to work very hard for it, okay? You're going to have to build it. And nobody's responsible for you. You run after people. And that's how sometimes, like, I tell some people, I'm like, oh, I just talked to that person. And they're like, oh, he's like the CEO of the company. I'm like, yeah, we were just on the phone talking. Why? Is it because he called me? No, it's because I'm stalking them. It's because I'm going after them. It's because I'm buying all these courses. So it has to do with who you are, how far you're willing to go, and what are you willing to do in order for you to build yourself and build your empire. Trust me, I was one of you. I was sitting on the other end, and this is what I was saying. They're not helping me. They're not holding my hand. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? I was complaining, and I was whining, and I was just, tearing apart leaders. And then I stepped back, I looked at the leader's life, and I said, they approached me, and they said, this is something wonderful. Now you're going to have to work hard. What I thought is I'm going to do this, click my fingers, heavens will open up, and money will just shower me. And I will be just doing this. Not true, not correct, all lies, fraud, scam, whatever it is you want to call, okay? You're responsible. Take the bottle out of your mouth, put big pan girl skirt on, and go conquer the world, okay? This is your business. This is your responsibility. Leaders are here as a blessing to you. Leaders are here as a blessing, not necessity, not requirement. They're here to hold your hand when you beg them, when you come to them and you say, please, I beg you, show me something, okay? And if they're a sweet, nice, kind leader, they'll be like, here's what you need to do. Trust me, a good leader will not give you the keys. A good leader will tell you where to get the keys. A bad leader will hold your hand, create a baby, and you'll be baby for the rest of your life. A good leader will say, here is the library, here is the book, read it. Okay? What the leader is doing is creating leader in you. So if you're expecting to be a good leader, follow a leader that makes you do stuff. Don't follow the leader who's going to dial the calls for you, who's going to do everything for you, because they're just creating babies. So if you want a wonderful leader, if you want wonderful things done for you, you've got to do it yourself. Yes, because one day you will become a leader. And that was one of the things for me, is when my eyes opened up and I said, you know what I'm doing is unfair. And I've been lied to by internet, by a lot of scams, a lot of fraud people who constantly were saying how things were just gonna, fall from heaven for you. And it's not true, and it's not gonna happen. And it's just one of those things where it's a lie that we were all thrown into to believe it to be a true. So you're a wonderful person. You have been presented with wonderful, wonderful business opportunity. It is your responsibility to grow your business. Leaders were here to as a bonus that you can dial us or you can contact us and be like, hey, I'm struggling how to talk to people. Do you have any key information of where can I get the answers to that? And a good leader will say, here's the book. Here's the course that I took that changed my life. Because we cannot tell you things from the course because it's a copyright protected. I would love to go through all my courses, rephrase them all, and tell you. But if I do that, I'm going to be sued because I'm giving you information for free that somebody worked hard to build and are selling. So basically, I'm taking their product and illegally distributing it. Okay, so this is why I can't be sued. I can't go to jail. I have a little baby. This is why when I buy stuff, I read about it, I learn it, and I'm reselling it to you because I don't want the responsibility of being sued, of being
ты можешь это всего сломать,
some
пожалуйста?
limit. So it's
Нет,
like I'm
я
saying,
не
it's totally up to
могу.
you how you're going to build your business. It's up to you
Please,
how
Mom,
you're going to, what direction you're going to pull it. It's not your leader's responsibility. A leader will let you know what directions to take and which way to go, but the leader will not hold your hand through the whole thing because it's just going to create a little sissy baby, okay? And as we speak for 20% cash back, a lot of leaders came together and they said, hey, our group is struggling. We were struggling. We were never handed anything. We were just thrown just like everybody else. But we want to create something wonderful for our group. And we're actually working on a system right now that is going to be a very sweet, nice, duplicatable system that is going to help a lot of people here in town, out of town, downline, upline, whoever it is that is going to be on our team. So it's a blessing when somebody steps up to the plate and actually pays the money to, develop all these things. So be grateful, reach out to your leader and say thank you for presenting me with the information that you did. Thank you for being this wonderful, awesome person because I don't deserve you. I don't deserve this opportunity, but I just want to thank you. And that's where you go from. So don't expect anything from anyone. Expect the only thing is I'm going to go to my leader and ask them the direction to go. And they're going to give me either a book, they're going to give me a course, they're going to give me a coach, they're going to give me a mentor. And yes, it's going to cost money. It's a reality. Don't sit there and think that you could just walk into this world with nothing and just build an empire on somebody else's back. It's just not going to happen. You're going to fail, and you're going to fail miserably. Any business owner knows out there that in order to start a business, you have to have some type of money, $10, $50, $40, whatever it is it takes. Okay? So get a part-time job. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of ways you can do to get extra income in order to get started. But here is the truth. You're not going to be able to start a very good business by not spending at least $200. It's a bottom line, it's truth, and that's how it rolls. I'm part of a business right now online, and I'm making about, I would say, $50 in 2 days. And I'm not making that money. What I'm doing with that money is I take that money and I put it back into the business. Okay? So it will take time for it to grow. It will take time for me to develop myself business wise. But it will pay. It will pay in the end. So always remember what I said in my previous videos is you have fears, you have objections, you have obstacles, you have all kinds of things in your way. But what you're doing is you're looking through these all filters and all the badness, and you're seeing the end. You're seeing the goal that you're going towards to. So suck it up, be a grown-up person. Don't hammer your leaders, don't hammer your upline. Just call them and thank them. And if you need help, you could just ask them, where can you get the help from? Because they're not your babysitters, they're not your mama dada, and they're not going to breastfeed you and bottle feed you. That is not their responsibility. I am extremely, extremely thankful for you to be here, for you to, being a grown business person that you are, for you to watch this video, because I know your schedule is busy and I know your life is busy, but the information I'm giving to you is so crucial and is so important, because this is how I got, on my feet. This is how I started. This is what I went through. I had to hear these things. I had to understand these things. And like I said, I was just like one of you. I was complaining, I was whining, and I wanted people to hold my hand, and that's why I was never successful. But the day I said, I'm done with people holding my hand, I'm done with relying on people, I'm going to do it myself, and I'm much more successful right now than I was 5, 10, 20, whatever years whenever I started. So bless you all on this wonderful journey, and if you need any direction of how to talk to people, how to socialize and meet on social media, how to post on social media, how to talk to people, how to be this and that. I have tons of information, and like I said, always check under my videos. Under all my videos, there's usually some kind of challenge out there that is for free that you can do. There's some kind of a book that you can maybe get from a library for free. There's some books that you can buy. There's some courses that you can buy. There's some videos that like Tony Robbins, Eric something, I don't know his last name. Who else is out there? There's just like so many wonderful people out there who are on YouTube for free. There's so much information for free. But like I said, all the juice is always, you have to pay for the juice. And I'm telling you, it will be worth it in the end if you spend a little money for your beautiful future. Because what if I told you you're going to spend $2,000 right now, but you're going to make $100,000 in a year? Would you? Yeah, of course you would, because this 2,000 is going to produce that 100,000 or whatever it is that it's going to produce. So be wonderful, be spontaneous, be creative, be extremely on fire, be out there learning, stalking people, stalking leaders, stalking people, mentors, coaches online, and understand that you can't do it by yourself, and you can't, and not everybody can do things for you, but they will show you a direction to go. But they will show a direction to go. So follow that direction, listen to their advices, and be blessed. I love you. And once again, I thank you for being here and being a wonderful person that you are. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later.